Hi, this is Mike Sullivan, State Conservationist for the Natural Resources Conservation Service here in Arkansas. We help people help the land. We provide technical and in some cases financial assistance to help agricultural producers and rural communities address natural resources concerns. Today we're going to be talking about nutrient management and the importance of soil testing in having a productive, sustainable farm.
Farmers today are faced with nutritional needs. Our soils cannot be farmed forever without additional fertilizer inputs. Without a soil test, a farmer is faced with putting out blanket applications, broadcast applications of what is suggested for crop use based on nutrient uptake and crop removal. With soil testing, we're able to define definitive values in a site-specific manner in which we can determine what the part per million concentration is, what the percent clay content is in the soil, and make limestone, nitrogen, phosphate, potash, zinc, sulfur, and other nutrient recommendations based on definitive values and not speculations or assumptions or trends in the past of doing something that your neighbor did or your grandfather did or your father did. Soil testing gives you that definitive number to go by. The farmer provides us with FSA maps of the farm, which gives us a background map showing the field boundaries. What we do is take that background map and then we come with an ATV and a GPS system and we physically map the actual planted acres of the farm, which eliminates turn rows, ditches, gravel roads, paved roads, and other things. Even though that land may be a part of their lease contract, it's not cultivated acres. So we map the cultivated acres and we sample on a grid basis, utilizing the GPS to locate sample points. Prior to that, starting in 1974, we used dead reckoning. We would take a map and say, well, there's a well, there's a tree, there's a light pole. We can see these on the map, and so if that's here, then this is where we are, and we would collect our sample based on dead reckoning. With the GPS technology, we can go to an exact point, an exact latitude, longitude coordinate, and take a sample from that. So depending on the client, depending on the intensity of the sampling, we have soil sampled from a 1/4 acre grid all the way up to a 5 acre grid. Our normal process is a 2.5 acre grid sample. And so a 100 acre field would have 40 sample points associated with that field. And from that, we would distribute these samples, 40 samples in a 100 acre field, for instance, in an unaligned random pattern such that we take out any biases from previous fertilizer applications, biases from applications, or any man-made causes for fertility differences. And then we collect these samples. Our samples are collected to a 9-inch depth. The majority of the root profile is within the top 9 inches. So samples collected above that 9-inch level are really not indicative of the actual soil fertility parameters. And so by taking a 9-inch sample, we're better able to define the nutrient status of that particular sample. These samples are then collected, they're air dried in the laboratory, and then they're processed for analysis. In our laboratory, we utilize a soil standard, which is a reference material with known values. That reference material is used systematically through the sequence of analysis. We run samples, batches of 65 samples at a time for a sequence of analysis. And there is a soil standard placed at the beginning of each series of 65. This value is used to quantify whether or not the instrument is calibrated properly for each sequence of analysis. Reference samples are used and distributed throughout the United States to different laboratories through cooperative programs, which basically provide a proficiency testing basis. And each laboratory is judged on how well their laboratory meets a standard or a mean value established by all laboratories. The soil test can provide definitive values which can show why this happened in a field. Why are there yield losses? Why is this the most fertile area of the field? The soil test can provide this type of information. We can keep you from spending money on fertilizers that you will get absolutely no yield response on. A 100 pound per acre application of potash may be wasted on 30% of the field. If you have soils that are severely deficient, only the soil test can show you that. The NRCS has a program through the EQIP program that helps supplement the cost for soil testing services. But the best program I feel to take advantage of is the soil testing and precision ag programs available through the NRCS. This data is critical for you and for your success.
Thanks for joining us today. If you'd like any more information on soil testing as it relates to nutrient management, please contact your local district conservationist.